Hi viewers, welcome to Akshaya Vlogs and Crafts. Today, let's see Thirukannapuram Sauriraja Perumal Temple. Thirukannapuram Sauriraja Perumal Temple. Sri Lakshmi Thirukannapura Nayagi Sameda Sri Neelamega Perumal Sauriraja Perumal, which is less than a kilometer from Shiva Temple. The temple is open from 6 a.m. to noon, from 4:30 p.m. to 8 p.m. The temple is completely covered by a huge compound wall. There is 7-tiered Rajagopuram and a big tank, Nitya Pushkarani. It is so named as bath in this tank, and performing rituals for the ancestors on any day is auspicious. A big tank is in front of the Gopuram. There is also inner Gopuram, which is impressive at 60 feet. There are 7 Tirthams, of which 3 are inside the complex. It is a large temple in around 1.5 acres. This is one of the 108 Divya Desams. It has pasurams sung by Andal, Kulasegara Alvar, Thirumangai Alvar and Nammalvar. This is only the second Kshetram where Thirumangai had sung more than 100 pasurams on the Lord. 1 to 8. The Lord himself taught Alvar the holy Ashtakara mantra of 8 syllables. Hence, it is believed that in every syllable of this mantram, the Lord of this temple resides. Hence, it is called Srimad Ashtaraksha Mahamantra Siddhi Kshetram. It is one of the Pancha Krishna Aranya Kshetrams, the other 4 being Thirukkannamangai, Kabisthalam, Thirukkannankudi, all in Chola Nadu, and Thirukovilur, Nadu Nadu. The unique thing about these temples is that Krishna is not the presiding deity in any of them, and he appears only as a possession deity, Utchavamurti. It is also one of the Ashtaraksha mantra temples, temple for salvation, along with Tirupati, Sri Rangam, Sri Mushnam, Nanguneri, Patrinath, Saligram and Pushkar. The speciality of this temple is that it incorporates the essence of all the 8 letters Akshashara mantra, Om Namo Naranaya. Hence, it is claimed that there is a unique vibration in the Molasthanam of this temple. There are different aspects of the Sthala Puranam of this temple. The first one involves Vibhishanan. He got the darshanam of Sri Ranganatha at Sri Rangam. However, as the Lord was in sleeping position, he wanted to have another darshan where the Lord is standing or walking posture. He prayed to the Lord and he was advised to visit Kilakku Veedu, Eastern Gate, Sri Rangam, Tirupati and Thirumallirun Cholai or Alagar Kovil, being the west, north and south gates respectively, which was Thirukannapuram on a new moon day, Amavase. The Lord showed his gate by walking from his shrine to Vibhishanan's shrine, where his daughter Trisadai is also present. This is enacted every Amavase. Sri Neelamega Perumal is standing posture in this temple. This is the only temple where the Lord shows the Trimurti Swarupam, Vishnu during the day, Brahma during the night, and Shiva in the early morning of the next day. For a short period early in the morning, the Lord is adorned with vibhuti, and this vibhuti is offered as prasadam. This special puja is performed on the 7th day of the Tamil month Vaigasi, May, during the Vaigasi Utchavam. The next story involves Dushyantan and Shakuntala, the characters of the epic Shakuntalam of Mahakavi Kalidas. Due to a curse, Dushyantan forgot his wife Shakuntala, who was left behind in her father's Kanvar's ashram. In due course, Bharat was born to Shakuntala. The wedding ring worn by Shakuntala slipped into water, which was consumed by a fish. Thanks to her prayers, this fish was caught by a fisherman and was taken to Dushyantan's kitchen. And when it was cut open, the king found the wedding ring he put on Shakuntala's finger. He remembered his past and brought her back to the palace along with their son. In remembrance of this story, the fishermen are called Bharatavar for having united Bharata with his father in Tamil. Sri Neelamega Perumal married Sri Padmavati, who was raised by the fishermen and hence considered as Sambadava lady. Sambadava means fisherman. The third story involves the priest of the temple, Sri Rangabhattar. The local king used to send lots of flowers for the Lord. The butler used a part of this for one of the ladies of his family. One day, when the flower prasadam was sent to the king, it got mixed up with the flowers used by the lady. When the king received the flowers, it also contained a hair. Another version says that Butler used to hand over the Lord's garlands to his wife, lover, every day. One day, when the king made a surprise visit, the butler had to take back the garland from her, and when she gave it, a strand of her hair got entangled in the garland. The surprised king asked whether the Lord is having a tuft on his head, that is, hair. Butler maintained that the flowers came after adorning the Lord and there was a tuft on his head. The king wanted to examine the idol the next day. The butler was in a fix. He repented for his mistake and prayed to the Lord to save him. Next day, when the king visited the temple, he could see hair, sauri, on the Lord's head. Such was his kindness to the devotees who had erred but repented. From that day, the Lord was called Sauri Rajan. There is another reason given for the prefix Sauri. It means one who is present in all the yugas. It is believed that this Kshetram has seen 75 Chatur yugas. Sauri also means beauty, and the Lord is so beautiful. He is appropriately named Sauri Rajan. There was a Pandya king by the name Chitravas. When he was taking bath in Tamarabarani river, he and his daughter Uttamai were lost in the flood waters. One of the ministers had a dream that the king and his daughter would definitely be located. They consulted sage Agastya, who suggested that they should visit Tirukannapuram. This is the place where, in the Nitya Pushkarani, all the holy rivers of the world mingle to remove the accumulated sins. In that process, Tamrabarani brought the king and his daughter to this Pushkarani and they were located there. Each temple is having a unique prasadam. In this temple, the special prasadam is called Munayadu Arayar Pongal. There are two versions of the origin of this Pongal. As per the first, Munayadu Arayar was a local resident and he was in the habit of taking his dinner only after offering it to the Lord. One day the Lord came to partake his offering. The next day when the butler opened the Lord's shrine, he found morsels of pongal on the Lord. When they conducted the inquiry, they found that it was the offering of Munayadu Arayar. He simply offered rice, lentil, ghee and salt, became the unique prasadam of this temple. As per another version, Munayadu Arayar was an official of the Chola kingdom responsible for collection of taxes and he was living in Tirukannapuram. He was an ardent Vishnu devotee. Once the area suffered from severe flooding and Munayadu Arayar used all the tax collections for feeding the people. When the news reached the king, he was angry and he put Munayadu Arayar behind bars. Viragadi Bogam was a maiden. Some claim his wife, who held him in high esteem. She pleaded with the Lord to get Munayadu Arayar released. She made this pongal and offered as Naivedyam to the Lord. Pleased with her devotion, the Lord came in the dream of the king and ordered him to release his devotee immediately. Some sages were meditating on Vishnu, foregoing even water and food. Eventually, they lost all the flesh and were so bony that they looked like paddy stalks. Nel Kadir in Tamil. The king's soldiers who came this way were in need of food, grains, and they were about to cut the stalk like rishis. The Lord came in the form of a small boy and defeated the entire army. When the king came to know about this defeat, he used the Ashtakshara mantra against the boy. Surprisingly, the mantra went around the boy and surrendered at his feet. The king realized that it was Sri Vishnu, who came in the form of a small boy. The temple is believed to have been built by King Uparisavatsu with the help of Vishwakarma. The main shrine houses Sri Neelamega Perumal with Sri Devi and Bhudevi by his side. It also houses Dandaka Rishi and Garuda. The Utsava Murti Sri Sauriraja Perumal is also housed in the Moolasthanam along with the four Devis Sri Devi, Bhudevi, Andal and Padmini. Santana Krishnan and Chakradu Alvar are also present there. Neelamega Perumal appears with the disc, Chakra, about to be launched. As per local legends, once this temple was so large that it had 7 compound walls and it stretched up to 13 miles towards the seashore. The then ruling Chola king was not a Vishnu devotee. Some claim that the invaders were people of other religions and he was troubling the devotees of this lord. One of the devotees pleaded with the Lord to stop the atrocities of the king. As there was no response from the Lord, he threw the disc at the idol. The dent scar due to this is still believed to be present on the body of the Lord. Later, according to the request of the devotee, the Lord launched his disc and destroyed the invaders, and in this process, 6 of the 7 Madhis compound walls also got removed. The Navagrahas are believed to be under the control of Sri Rama and Sita. The Navagrahas with zodiac signs are installed by Indra on the wall under the tower facing west. Since the Lord is believed to have created the Swarga Vaikuntha in this place, unlike the other Vishnu temples, there is no Swarga Vasal, Paramapada Vasal here. Devotees cannot have darshan of Vimanam, Upatra Vadanga Vimana, as it is covered by walls on all the 4 sides. There is a belief that this is done so that the rishis who are performing tapas on the Vimanam are not disturbed. Neelamega Perumal is in standing posture facing east. There are 2 types of hand mudras, Abhaya, giving asylum, do not fear, and Varada, boon giving. In most of the Vishnu temples, we see Abhaya Hastam. Here, like Kanchi Varadaraja Perumal temple, it is Varada Hastam. Some claim that his mudra is similar to seeking aims, receiving all the sins and sorrows of his devotees. This is also the place where the Lord has accepted Garuda as his Vahanam. Once Garuda was returning from the milk of ocean, Tiruparkadal or Shirasagara, and one of the Pushkaranis in this temple is Shikra Pushkarani, carrying nectar to free his mother from slavery. When he was flying near this place, he thought that he was superior to others as he could get the nectar. The Lord wanted to teach him a lesson. Suddenly, Garuda lost all of his strength and fell on the sea. He realized the mistake and sat on a rock near the sea and started performing prayers to Lord Vishnu. The Lord not only pardoned him but also accepted him as his Vahanam. This is the reason why Garuda is present in the Moolasthanam. This event is being celebrated every year during the full moon day in Tamil month of Masi, February to March. Kulasegara Alvar Pasuram, Mannu Pugal Kosalai. It is believed that Alvar sang this in this temple, keeping the idol of the Lord on his lap, and considered him as child Rama, and he sang this as a lullaby. The Anjaneya shrine in this temple is also very popular. Daily pujas are performed twice, and Vadai Malai is one of the important offerings to this Murti. King Upasari Vasu performed Ashwamedha Yaga and was blessed with a female child who was named as Padmini. As she grew, she turned out to be a beautiful girl. She meditated in this place to seek the hands of Perumal as a life partner. Sauriraja Perumal was happy with her devotion and dedication. He fulfilled her wish. This temple is one of the 108 Divya Desas of Perumal. There is a vibration effect in the sanctorum which is said to exist from the days of yore. The Navagragas has 9 planets installed by Indra is on the wall under the tower facing west with the respective zodiac signs. There is a small scar above the right eyebrow of the possession lord. The temple is open from 6 a.m. to 12 p.m. and from 4:30 p.m. to 8 p.m. Let's all have the darshan and blessings of this Lord and Goddess. Thank you, viewers. Bye bye, viewers.